Still work it in. Work on what we were just doing. Nice pass. Chest pass. Now we're live. When the idea of having a men's team in the women's competition first came up, there was a little bit of pushback, and I think it was fair to have that because it was something new and something unusual that people really weren't sure about. But after our first year, seeing a lot of those people who were really detractors of doing it and didn't want it to happen, and seeing how much the teams they were a part of enjoyed playing against them, I guess just shows just how quickly that can change.
The collaboration between Netball Kapiti and Netball Men's and Mixed has just been pretty easy, really. Everybody wants to grow the sport, and so it's just about how do we do that safely? How do we do that in a way that the women don't feel threatened by guys coming into their comp? That's the last thing we want to do, is scare our ladies away from what has historically been their game.
From an international level, having a lot of these Cadbury series now, people have watched our teams develop and watch our next level come through, which has shown that we have a lot more depth than I think people initially thought. The first couple of series we had, 7-foot giants in the circle who we could lob to, and we've had, in that last series we really had to change that so people can see that we can play netball. It's not just, really athletic guys jumping around doing really tall people things. And I think that very much was the perception for a really long time.
Men's netball definitely become a lot more popular through my age and older people. This men's league has really opened up like a whole new way to just keep playing netball. Dan is definitely a great role model. I always have good chats with him. He's always helping me as he's goal shoot and I'm goal A. It just helps me around the circle, and I think he just has a real big impact on the people.
Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to force them to throw this long pass over here, and Elias is going to come out on a beautiful angle and take it out. We don't want them getting the ball through the middle because that just busts the whole thing open. So we just got to shift as we go. Men's netball's very much been in the background of the Netball Society for a really long time, but just seeing the way that it's been given a platform to be its own thing and show just how special the game can be. Obviously Netball New Zealand started it off by having the Cadbury series and getting it in front of people, but just to be able to see a pathway starting to develop, I think, is the most exciting part. We've got so many young, talented kids around, and to know that some of these boys looked up to me to start that, I guess, was really exciting as well. And seeing the way that they take stuff in and just soak it up, and they're so quick to put it out on court. 5 or 10 years time, when these young guys come through, they're going to be so much better than I ever was. And for me, I take a lot of pride in that, because that's what we want. We want to continue to develop that talent and develop that skill level.